when we deal with resources, we deal with data and information. And we has heard a lot of term called state. So what is the relation between state, data, and information? State is information about the client on the server side. REST is stateless, meaning the server does not store any state or any data or any information about the client session on the server side. Request is stateful after execution of the web service. The state should have representation in order to be useful to the client. REST is a typical request-response model. Each request from the client must contain all necessary information for the server to understand the request. The necessary information here is referring to the service name and a list of value provided by the client so that it is processable over the server. The server will transfer the state, which is referring to the requested data, to the client. State must be represented with one of the MIME type. Thus, the name representational state transfer applied, which is REST. So, representational here is referring to the formatted output using MIME type. And the word state in REST is referring to requested data, data that is changed between the server and also the client. And finally, transfer, which is the term that referring to the state transferred from the server to the client. We talk about MIME representation. Well, MIME originally is an Internet email protocol that exchanges different kinds of files on the Internet: text, audio, images, application programs, so on and so forth. MIME is inserted by the server at the beginning of the web transmission. Client has to select an appropriate display or application for the type indicated by the header. By default, web servers are configured to text plain or application octet stream. So text plain basically a default value. This is a default value for text files and it should be human readable. So when the consumer of the web service receive this particular format, it can directly display it on their application and read on their application. The other one is application octet stream. So this is typically for binary file that must be opened within another application. So if the nature of the information is unknown, so normally we will assign them as application octet stream.